Hello, happy Tuesday. Welcome back. Like I said yesterday, today we're going to get into the nitty gritty of my class, what it's going to take to be successful, and just knowing what's really going to be expected of you. So, like I mentioned yesterday in our quick navigational video of how to get through my Google Classroom, underneath classwork up here at the top, underneath class info, has a lot of important stuff that you're going to need, not just today, but all year round, basically. So, we're going to go through it quickly. I'm not going to read it word for word because that's boring and it's here written for you. You can read it. But the basic um, key stuff that I want you to take away from, I'm going to hit on in this video. So, like I said, everything important right up here. This up here at the top is the video you watched yesterday. In case you're still a little lost, a little confused, don't know where to click, watch it again. Here is my contact info. So at any time, if you ever have any questions, this is my email, Long at North Panola Schools. That's L and then my last name, Long. Email me anytime. My office hours is from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. So I'm literally just sitting here in my classroom waiting to answer your questions. So if you email me anytime during that hour, I'm guaranteed to answer it very quickly. Or if you email me late in the night and I'm already asleep, you'll hear a response from me during that time. I'll definitely be able to email you guys throughout the day. Don't think I can only answer you before 9 a.m. because that's not the case. You're just guaranteed to get a quicker response from me during that time. Also, if you need more like one-on-one help and you want to actually like video chat with me, we can do that during that time as well. And of course, we would use Google Meet to do that. So what is our schedule actually going to look like? This is a little different from your ELA or your math or your electives. So Mondays and Tuesdays, we're going to do some heavy lifting. On Mondays, I'm going to give you a new lesson. That's when you're going to actually watch your videos, learn your new content, taking your notes. And then on Tuesdays, you're going to actually practice what you learned the day before. So you're going to go back, take what you learned the previous day, and get some work done. So Thursdays and Fridays are going to look just like that. So Thursdays are going to be like your Mondays, where you're going to get your new lesson, and then on Friday, you're going to practice it. Now, on Wednesdays, we're not going to have any new stuff. You're going to do your electives, so like your music, your health, all of that fun stuff, and then your Cougar Connects. You remember last year from Cougar Connects, that's just a class where you're going to get even extra help in a certain contact area. So if you are in my Cougar Connect, I'll see you on Wednesdays. We also have daily small group time. If you're assigned to a small group, I will tell you about it. Again, that's going to be through Google Meet, but my small group time is from 9:15 to 10:30. And if you get assigned to that, I'll give you more details on what that's going to look like. Information on how you're going to be graded is going to be right here. Again, you're going to get at least 3 grades a week. That's how it was last year. That's how it's always been. I may or may not tell you what's graded. That's just life. Your bell ringers and exit tickets are guaranteed to be graded, but all of your extra work, it's just going to be what I pick to do. This part is key. Assignments are due Tuesdays at midnight and Fridays at midnight. So I'm going to give you the work for Monday and Tuesday. All of that's going to be due at midnight on Tuesday. I'm going to give you your work for Thursday and Friday, and all of that is going to be due by Friday at midnight. That's key. Yes, the MAP test is happening this year. Just because it didn't happen last year doesn't mean it's not going to happen this year. And in 8th grade, you get to take the science test. So fun, so exciting. Now, one thing I want to point out right off the bat, and you're going to hear me say this a bunch of times, science is not like your ELA and math. With ELA and math, you get points for growth. You don't get that for science. Science only scores proficiency. Now, I care if you grow. I really do. But the state, when they look at your score, is only going to look at proficiency. Because you didn't take a test last year, so how would they know if you've grown? So that's all that they can look at. Our big goal for this year is 40% proficient or advanced. I'm not worried about that. We're going to hit that. But I'll keep you updated as we take our benchmarks, and whenever it's time for benchmarks, you'll get more information on that. But I'll keep you updated on where you are, how you're doing, how we're going to get you to proficient, or if you're already proficient, how we're going to get you to advanced. There's also a picture down here of the breakdown of the number of questions that each standard is going to cover, and we'll get more into that throughout the year. For right now, I would just like you to take a good look at it, see what you're going to learn all year and what you're going to need to know by the state test. And last but not least, Google Meet expectations. So whenever you do get onto my Google Meet, these are the rules that we have set in place. If we can do these things, we're going to have fun. It's going to run smoothly. As soon as you enter, just make sure you turn off your microphone. It's not that I don't want to hear your beautiful, lovely voices. I don't want to hear them all at once because then it's just a mess and I don't know who's saying what and it's confusing and then it's just going to be a half hour wasted. So as soon as you enter, turn it off and keep them off. You won't be off the whole time. If you have a question, I'll probably let you just say it on the microphone, or we may have a moment where we just get to talk together. But unless I say otherwise, keep your microphone off. If you do at any point have a question, just type it in the chat box, and then I'll let you either speak or let you type the question in the chat, however we prefer to do it when the time comes. Remember that chat is for questions and comments related to science only. And just a reminder, your Google Meet calls are recorded. So everything you say, everything you type, don't say anything that you wouldn't want whoever is in charge of you in your family to see. That's just a good rule to keep in your brain. Okay. Lastly, I think I accidentally skipped this, but your camera does not have to be on. If you want it to be on, absolutely go for it. Just make sure, obviously, everything that I'm seeing is appropriate, but it doesn't have to be on. If you much prefer to keep your camera off, that's your business. If you don't want me seeing what your room looks like, you don't have to let me see what your room looks like. That's your privacy. Okay, so what you need to do with all of this and what you need to do for the rest of the day is there is a link to a quizzes. If you click Tuesday quizzes, you may or may not have done a quizzes before. It's kind of similar to Kahoot, just a little bit, but you click on the link and it's going to take you to this quiz. You may or may not be asked to join my class. If it does, just join it and then reopen the link. Hit start quiz, and it should pull up a quiz. Whoop, hold on one second. It should pull up a quiz, loading, that has everything we just talked about. So go ahead, I keep calling it a quiz. You can use what's on your Google Classroom if you want. If you're going through a question and you're thinking, I don't remember, go ahead and open this back up, look at the answers, and type it in. It sends the results to me so I can see if you completed it or not. So make sure you complete it in case I grade it. Okay? Once you're done, do not forget to go back to your assignment and complete that exit ticket. Make sure you complete your exit ticket. All right, if you have any questions, just shoot me an email.